Hi there, Bob Leda here, and welcome to this episode of Stepping into the River. Today we're going to explore arm spirals and take our player who's playing a Chinese instrument called a ruan, R-U-A-N, through the potential versatility of all of her arm movements. The instrument is much like a lute. It's got four strings, it's got frets, it's played this way. And these players tend to lose complete movement availability just because of being in this position so much. So I've adapted this exercise from a protocol called Feldenkrais. They do a much more elaborate job with this. I've only taken little pieces of what we're done in here, so I don't represent this to be anything to do with how they go about things. So this piece is very demanding, and as you will see, and it's very dramatic in the way it's played as well. So take a listen and take a look, and we'll see you on the other side. Okay, Elaine, we got your crew here.
Yeah.
Extra eyes, extra ears, and cyberspace. They're here to offer insight and illumination into how you go about playing.
Yeah.
We'll do our usual stuff. Compare Elaine's top half to bottom half, which might be over contributing to her playing, or is it equal? Left side to right side. Where's home base? Where does she go when finishing a phrase, or where does she play from? Front half to back half. What might be contributing more to keeping her upright? What you catch about her breathing, and where your attention goes as she plays. That's the general stuff. Is there anything in particular you'd like them to be looking for, that you're focusing on these days?
Just like, do we have a time limit?
No.
Okay.
No, we don't have a time limit, whatever may work for you.
Okay.
And can you tell them a little bit about the instrument?
Oh yeah. So this is like a Chinese traditional instrument. It has four strings and with a pickup, and it's like sound more like a guitar. Yeah, and we can play. It's a melody instrument. So for the Chinese traditional music style, we always play the melodies. But now I will learn some like the chorus too.
Ah, okay. Well, I'll get out of the way. It is all yours.
It's called 中软. Ruan, R-U-A-N. Yeah, 中软. And today I will play the song named Silk Road, and it's in like the deserts, and that you can listen.
All right, so one opportunity that I saw for you is I felt that your arms could be more supported from the center. I saw sort of a blank area kind of between here and here, you know, between here and here.
Mhm.
So your arms, if they were connected more in, could be, I think, even better. So we're gonna do a little three-part thing about arm movement. The first part, which we'll do 6 times, is like doing thumb sucking. So do this 6 times, yeah? Now, the next 6 is gonna be here, and then turn it away. Here, and then, yeah, turn it away, and really rotate as much as you can, breathing all the while. And then we go palm down to palm up. Palm down to palm up. And coming back like that, yeah, as far as you can go. Just, whoa, goes back there and comes back. Yeah, that's nice. Now, do your 2 arms feel different from each other?
Mm.
Try to move the other. I mean, they look
Okay.
different to my eye. No, don't do it yet. Just do they. Do you feel the difference right now? A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
So let's do the left side. Okay, so 6 of the thumb sucking. I got this from a discipline called Feldenkrais, who does this in much more detail. So my apologies, Mr. Feldenkrais, for what I do. And then the get out of here. Get out of here, which is really spiraling out that way. Right. You two will be perpetual motion machine. And then finally down to up. That should balance things off, yeah?
Yeah, for this hand is more relaxed.
Yeah, that's the one where you had this
Yeah.
switching as well. So please play again.
Okay.
See how about this. Thank you. 谢谢.
不客气。
Yeah, that's like one of my 3 words. Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah.
Yeah, when you said, I said, sorry for what? What did you see? What did you hear?
You say sorry and then launch into like the coolest thing in the world.
What did you all catch? Kate, is that a hand up or is that an ear scratch?
Oh, it's an ear scratch.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, Ren.
I found that you, like, this time you felt like more centered, and even though you still had like the flow and the movement with your instrument and with this music you were playing, like you felt more like centered was your home and like equal there.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping for, so I'm glad you saw that. Yeah. Yeah, Diego, did you ever have to do? Yeah.
I definitely felt more confidence, and you were much more like upbeat. I don't know. I think you raised the tempo even, and you were like more comfortable with the dynamics. Like you like in the first time that you played, it was a little bit like down, and you went up at the end. But now it felt like right when you started, even that dynamics were respected and they were like really there. You feel like it could feel like more centered, more sure of what you were playing. And even though you made that mistake that I think no one noticed, like it sounded really, really good. And the whole movement and the whole pause and like when you kept going, it was like you had even more power than before. Especially like physically, you felt more centered, you feel more like firm, more sure. Yeah, amazing.
Yeah, I think that you could definitely see in her movements that she was like so much more fluid and free, you know, as opposed to like the first time. when she
Yeah.
was playing. I mean, I know nothing about this instrument, how you know, but just watching both performances back to back, you know, I could see that she was definitely more fluid and more confident, as Diego said. You
Yeah.
know, certain things she was really just punching right in. You know what I mean? And yeah, I think it was just more like just being free and
Okay, yeah. Oh, and I agree. Was that a different experience for you?
Yeah, it's like this time is more chill for me. Because the first time a little nervous because it's my first time to very close to show people to my
Right.
yeah, and no preparing, so a little nervous. So, but this time is more. I can find just put myself to the music.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What I was hoping to find for you, and I think we did, because you do like moving your head. And so what I saw the first time through is all of the force was being taken up right around here. This time, as you would do that, it traveled, so that
Yes.
there's less strain.
I will care about this one.
Yeah, there's less strain on where you were reporting pain before, and yes, moving more from the center. And that, man, that's fantastic, Elaine.
Thank you.
A big hand. Hi, welcome back. As you could hear and see, I hope, and certainly hear from the observations of the audience, this player was more fluid, more dynamic, more interesting the second time through. And she had reported pain in her shoulder back here, with everything sort of accruing right around this height. But when we found the fullness of movement through her arms, that concentration in here dissipated and was taken up by her entire torso and actually all of the rest of her. And the result for her was, you know, excellent playing and less pain. And that's a wonderful combination as far as I'm concerned. Thanks for joining us this week, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.